Oh yeah, we are doing it again. What is up, everybody? It's Josh. Welcome back to another live stream here on the Den of Nerds Live. It's Loki Wednesday. We're all still quite hyped about Loki. Let me know in the chat, how are you guys feeling? Are you still hyped up about Loki? Come on, you gotta be. You obviously gotta be still hyped up about Loki. That shit was awesome. Lots to talk about. We wanted to talk about some theories and speculation for Season 2. So that's kind of what we want to get into today. And really, it's going to be talking about Season 2 as well as talking about his appearance in Doctor Strange 2, because this was something that broke today as well. So frankly, this is kind of where I wanted to take the conversation. I had asked some of you guys to put some stuff on the Discord. I'm going to peek at the Discord, see what kind of theories you guys have for Season 2. If you have some theories and you just want to throw them into the chat right now, feel free to do that as well. We're just going to kind of chill out, talk about what we think is going on for Season 2. So I guess let me just kind of start with talking about some of the things that were just on my mind with regards to the episode. We can then get into maybe some of the things that people have said on the Discord, and then we'll kind of go from there. I do want to remind you guys, of course, that we will be doing Darren's Danger Room tonight at 10. Big old day of streaming today. Long day of nerd vengeance for your boy. But I'm actually quite pumped to talk to Darren about the episode. We always have a good conversation, her and I, so look forward to that later tonight. Lots of fun stuff to get into and talk about. So, let me just ask this, just because I'm curious. How many times have you guys seen the episode? How many times have you watched Loki, episode 6? How many times have you watched it? Put it into the chat. I'm curious, man. I'm curious. How many times? 3, 2, 3. Okay, cool, man. Only one for a lot of people. Yeah, so technically I have only seen it once. I went back and watched like parts of it for the breakdown video and stuff. By the way, our breakdown video is up on the main channel. I think it's a really fun video. Your boy was pretty hyped. I was pretty hyped about it. We got jobs, Josh. Dude, I know. I hear you. I hear you on that. I've only seen it once myself. I can't wait to actually just watch it fully again, just like for the experience, like, not having to take notes, just taking it in and experiencing it again. I was pretty captivated by it though last night, and I really quite enjoyed it. But anyway, let's get into some of this stuff now. Season 2. Do we think? Let me ask you guys this, and you know what? I'll put a poll up for this one, because this one it can be a yes or no kind of thing. Let's put this up. It will Yeah, so his next appearance will have to be Doctor Strange. It's not even a question. I shouldn't even put it into the poll. Because, right? Am I wrong? It has to be, if he's really and truly going to be in Doctor Strange 2, then that has to be the next time that we see that dude, right? It has to be. It could be a variant version that we meet in that film, but it kind of seemed like when they broke it that it would be the Loki, our Loki, that Loki. It has to be. Because unless they're secretly shot Season 2 of Loki already, which would be absolutely crazy, it would have to be his next step would be in Doctor Strange 2. Now, let me ask you guys this. Doctor Strange 2 seems packed, right? I mean, Doctor Strange 2, about to have a lot of people in it, and the rumors are pretty wild on all the different things that you might be able to see in that flick. But even the main cast and everything is pretty packed. Do you think Loki will be sort of a cameo, a small appearance, maybe even a post-credit scene? Or do you think he will have a big presence in Doctor Strange 2? I guess that's kind of a question as well, right? I'm kind of thinking it would have to be a smaller appearance myself. And the way I kind of see it playing out is that Doctor Strange, who will of course be dealing with some crazy stuff in Spider-Man first. It's so wild how this stuff is playing out, man. You know what I mean? Like, we're back, baby. Like, we're back. We're back in speculation, connective tissue. Like, let's draw all the red lines, all the sticky notes. We're back to getting real sweaty with this shit, right? Because if you think about it, we get to see Doc Strange see some of the ramifications of the multiverse breaking stuff in Spider-Man. I mean, we're all pretty dang sure that's the dealy-dally with what's going on with that. So we're going to see Doctor Strange in that flick dealing with the multiversal stuff. Then he's going to deal with even more multiversal stuff in his film. So I would imagine in the course of Doctor Strange 2, likely towards the end of it, you could have our Loki come into the reality of Doctor Strange and like have a conversation with him or something like that. Which would be awesome, by the way, because the last time those two interacted, Strange pretty much schooled his ass. You know what I mean? Pretty much like just outclassed him magically, and I'm sure that hurt Loki's ego. But what's wild is now this Loki, he's seen like his classic version and how powerful he could be. He's using more of his powers, and he's seen a lot more shit, frankly. So I'd love to see what a scene between a Doctor Strange, who will also be more seasoned at this point as well after Endgame and everything like that, to have an interaction with a more seasoned and kind of crazy Loki. That would be brilliant. And perhaps Loki can kind of warn him of the coming Kang threat of all of this. Now, it's also, kind of curious. I guess the question is, do we think Kang is going to now be the Thanos of this whole thing? In fact, that is a pollable question. I will put that up as a poll. Is Kang the Thanos of Phase 4? This, I am curious as to what you guys think. Because I gotta be honest, like I'm not sure. I honestly think that it seems like there might not be a Thanos, or maybe they're going for something different, like. And I'll get to, so I mean, my mind is, of course, going towards Secret Wars. And I'm not saying that Kang could not be that kind of a threat. And we really have to wait to see what that looks like in Quantumania. Man, this is so bananas. Think about this, man. This is so crazy. Jonathan Majors, the next time we likely see him will not be Loki Season 2. It will be Quantumania, right? Maybe. That's questionable. But pretty close either way, right? Then it's like the next time we see Loki will be in Doctor Strange 2, likely way before Season 2 of Loki. Man, that is some banana stuff. The possibilities are actually kind of starting to bottle my mind. But yeah, that would likely be the way that I see it. I'm wondering what you guys think, man. Big role, small role in Doctor Strange. And then I guess the other question is, with what's going on in Doctor Strange, we hear Shuma Gorath is the main villain, right? But if Kang is really the main villain, and maybe Shuma, because of the multiverse now breaking wide open, is like released from his dimension or able to wreak more havoc or something like that, maybe that's what's going on. But perhaps like Shuma's not the actual big bad, but more a threat that needs taken care of before they deal with like the actual big threat. Do you know what I mean? And like, man, when it comes to, 73% of you guys right now say yes to Kang being Thanos. But I mean, think about this, guys. We've got Namor. We've got Doom coming. You know what I mean? Like, are they really going to make Kang just the biggest bad, like, out of all these dudes with all of these other villains going on? Norman Osborn. You got, Abomination, the Mandarin now. Like, I don't know, guys. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But regardless, it's pretty weird. Wild. Now, you know what else I was thinking about? I wrote this down. The Young Avengers. We've been hearing a lot about the Young Avengers, right? Like, that was something that supposedly was set up with the twins in WandaVision. You know what I mean? That is possibly something that's being set up in Hawkeye. There's the Stature character from, the Endgame film might well be in there as well. And we do have Child Loki, Kid Loki, which, by the way, I could be wrong, I could be right, but now that there's probably no Alioth, probably a lot of that stuff got reset or changed up or whatever. Those Lokis that were all chilling on that limbo place, the Void, are probably not there anymore. You know what I mean? They're probably back in other timelines, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't quite know. But regardless, I thought about the idea that this Kang that we meet at the end, right? That this guy he's more afraid of the other variants of himself, right? That kind of sounds like Iron Lad. And so I was wondering, like, what if that Jonathan Majors is a future version? Like, we come to find out that that was a future version of Iron Lad that had actually prevented the bad Kang the Conqueror from existing, and yet, like, still ultimately is thwarted and then has a backup plan. And maybe the backup plan, which is the info he gives to Judge Renslayer, is all about going to find the young version of Kang again to have an Iron Lad. I mean, at this point, like, that kind of seems like it's on the table. We know that the Young Avengers is definitely something that's been hinted at, right? So another just crazy possibility of something that could spin sort of out of Loki. And then as far as season 2, let me just blurb for a little bit more. I apologize. I know I'm blurbing. Okay, I'm fanboy dreaming. I'm having a hell of a day. Okay, I'm pretty excited. So shut your mouth. A couple other things that I want to talk about with regards to season 2. I just told y'all that I think season 2 is going to happen maybe years from now. In fact, you tell me in the chat, what year do you think we will see Loki season 2? What year do you think we're going to see it? 2023? Think we're going to see it next year? 2022? I don't know. They got a lot of shows already in the pipeline, right? I kind of think 2023, maybe 2024. One of the things that hopefully we see by then is more Marvel toys, okay? We saw a lot of cool stuff in Loki Season 1. A lot of fun. A lot of Marvel fun was had. Are you kidding me? Throg! That shit was amazing. However, a couple of years from now, we might have the Fantastic Four in the fold. We might have the X-Men in the fold. And if the multiverse is getting as crazy as we think it's going to get, Loki Season 2 could be visiting some real crazy things, okay? I would love to see Loki not only continue to tell this story and continue to do this crazy thing with Kang, but actually sort of take it to the next level. Sort of evolve and have more connective tissue, because we still believe that the show is obviously mostly isolated to those characters, and they didn't, I think because of some of the restrictions. Remember, they went into production, like writing and getting ready for the show while the pandy was happening. So they made decisions. They knew they weren't going to be able to just have everybody here and there. There were rumors that all sorts of Avengers were supposed to pop up in the first 2 shows. It almost feels like with Loki, they were like, nah, fuck it, man. We'll stick with this stuff. We're not going to do all that. Not going to chance it. I would personally like to see season 2 go nuts. Meet real crazy variant versions of characters. Because if we're still pushing that multiverse thing, that variant thing going nuts, man, we just saw all the crazy Lokis, and that is a ton of fun. But what about seeing some variants of characters we really, really like and just go for it, man? Like, in the same way that Loki Season 1 is setting up expectations in the reality of the Spider-Man film, Doctor Strange 2, and just multiverse in general, maybe even What If, I think as we get closer to Secret Wars, which I still am 100% convinced is coming, that Loki Season 2 could set up that in a very similar way. It could establish new rules for the multiverse, right? We had rules established for what we believe was the sacred timeline, the Infinity Saga, right? Maybe this new TVA that is existing in the multiverse, rather than guarding the sacred timeline, guards some sacred timeline within the multiverse, because all those things can't go away, right? So perhaps it'll be something like that, and it will set up the rules for the multiverse much in the same way that we get the rules for the not multiverse and transition into the multiverse in the first season. That would be something hella cool. I would really like to see that. And yeah, the only other thing I have written down is Heroes Reborn, because if you haven't read that book, it's really awesome. And waking up in a world that's like totally different. Like in the book, they wake up in a world where the Avengers never existed. And it's just crazy to see how everything transpires from there, as there's a singular character that remembers the old world and starts reminding people, and it's really, really cool. Could see something like that with Loki Season 2. That would be really, really fun. So I now want to kind of check out some of the things that people said on the Discord. So we'll check out some of the things people said over here. And then we'll get into the super chats and just kind of hang out and chat and see what you guys are saying. I'm sure people have questions. And, dude, it's just fun to hang out and talk about these lovely, lovely things. It's Kang Day, pretty much. Pretty much Kang Day. Let's see here. Theory for Season 2 of Loki / What If. The episodes for What If are some branches we saw in the TVA monitor and in the Beyond realm. Now, yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that's definitely on the table. And also, the Guardians of the Multiverse now makes a lot more sense. Like, because it's, I don't know, like, we all saw it coming. Like, we all knew it would be Multiverse of Madness. But now, they really do a great job of making it make visual sense. And I don't know, like, it's just obvious now that, like, yeah, no, the multiverse is all over the place, dude. It's all kind of messed up. So, thank you for that. That was user No on the Discord. Aiden says, for Season 2, post Multiverse of Madness with set up for Ant-Man 3, release late 2022 or early 2023, but ends just in time for Ant-Man. Yo, that'd be sick. We'll cover Kang's relationship with Renslayer and give him development for his evil variant in Quantumania. That would be pretty cool, man. And I know that was originally kind of an idea they had where they were like, yeah, we're going to have these things really tie into the movies. They're going to go right into the movies and be very impactful for those films. And that would be sick, dude. I'd be all about that. I really do want to learn. I mean, I loved the version that we saw of Kang last night. You know what I mean? I did. But I also think the Kang the Conqueror version will likely be a pretty different flavor. You know what I mean? Maybe have some of those same mannerisms or whatever, but maybe not. Maybe be more hardened, more atypically bad and, you know, a little more Darth Vader. You know what I mean? Honestly, whatever Majors comes up with, I'm probably going to love. I think the dude's super talented. But I look forward to what they can do with a very evil version of Kang and of that character. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool idea there. See if I can find any other theories over here. So, Brucito says, so I haven't seen anybody talking about this yet. Maybe someone has, but right in the beginning, where it shows the universe, you fly through one and come out, then go into a second one, and right into the Loki and Sylvie scene. Josh pointed out that the sacred timeline when looking at the castle. Yes, if Josh is correct, and that is the sacred timelines, then there's a second timeline happening concurrently that we pulled out of and into the Lokiverse. Yeah, so I think what he's saying here is, because I have this theory that there'll be another sacred timeline, that TVA that Loki is now in is a sacred timeline in a separate universe, right? Because it's kind of like, he kind of explains it. He talks about universe stacked on top of each other. You know what I mean? And so if we're going in and out of universes, which is kind of what you see at the beginning, then perhaps they're trying to illustrate that in this universe, yeah, Kang was chilling, had the sacred timeline. This was a really chill sacred timeline thing, but now it's over, and he's actually just going to skip and go into the other one, or maybe that's just the other one with Kang the Conqueror. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's still just so wild, like, that we don't know for sure what it means. We can sort of draw some lines, and we'll get the story told more throughout, I think, the rest of the MCU projects. But yeah, super cool. I like this right here. Jimmy Holland says, do you guys think Wanda heard her kids' voices the exact moment Sylvie stabbed the Kang variant and the timeline redline? Do we actually know the timing of the Loki series? This is a great question. Of course, the timing of the Loki series is very hard to nail down. Like, it's really hard, not only for season 1, but it's like, what are they going to do with season 2? Like, where are they going to stick that at? I don't know, man. That's actually a really hard one, but I love the idea of Wanda hearing her kids from the multiverse, right? Like, and that having something to do with what Loki did and sort of setting that stuff all up. That would be crazy. But, I mean, would Wanda... I mean, come on. Like, that's crazy. A council of Wandas? I mean, can you imagine a Wanda variant? Because, dude, an evil Wanda variant kind of seems like it's game over. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of seems like bad news bears, bro. Like, that's... I don't think you'll walk away from that. Damn, that would be... Yeah. That would be tough. What if in Loki Season 2 we see them pluck Iron Man from his timeline and he goes against Kang? It's wild, but possible. Technically possible, yeah. They could certainly do something like that with Iron Man. They could absolutely do something like that. I don't know if they would, but that's kind of in line with what I was saying before. Is like, I just want more toys. Ultimately, I just want them to play with more toys. So there's some theories that people had on the Discord. Thank you guys for posting that over here. Let's see a couple super chats here and here, and then we'll just get into the chat, hang out for a little bit. Nice casual stream. Will says with a $2 holla, Kang will be bigger, better, badder than Thanos. Bigger, better. I think he's, in some ways, he's already bigger and badder than Thanos, and then in some ways he's not. Like, it's kind of interesting because, like, basically Thanos was the bad dude at the time, and then years and years later, way into the future, Nathaniel Richards just figures out time travel. And then from that point, yes, he is like everything that Thanos did, he allows to happen in its continuous sort of time flow. But I can't believe, like, I don't know. I was trying to wrap my head around this because that could not have happened the first way through. There had to be a pure timeline, maybe not like a sacred timeline, but a pure first one where it just goes to the future. Thanos did what he did of free will. Everybody acted and just it was natural, and then we get to a point where Kang then corrects it. But that's probably not the timeline we saw while watching the Infinity Saga, right? It's really trippy, man. It's really heady. I'm a fan. Neyman says, could we see a plucked Iron Man in Season 2 of Loki? You might have put that on the Discord as well. Yeah, why not? Look, I want more Iron Man. I would love for Robert Downey Jr. to come back, and there's a lot of talk that Armor Wars is going to deal with that. And perhaps in Armor Wars, you'll get an AI version of Tony Stark or something to that degree. And that could be really cool and fun. I've also, I love the Tom Cruise Iron Man rumors. I'm not going to lie. I'm still kind of hyped about that. So if that's a variant of Iron Man, an evil variant of Iron Man, I'm here for it. And that would be kind of interesting. Matthew K says, what an epic freaking finale. I thought we could see Loki Season 2 sooner than you think. Okay, that's yeah, maybe. It could play an integral role in explaining how the multiverse works. Yeah. Look, I would not be mad, obviously, if they just turned around and were like, yo, by the way, Loki Season 2, tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, I would not be mad at that at all. I would be here for it. And maybe they filmed it all. Maybe they filmed Season 1, Season 2 all together, or maybe they can just turn around and knock out the production of this. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of visual effects, but it's not necessarily all that much action. A lot of dialogue scenes. So I don't know. I don't know how fast you could turn around a Season 2 of Loki. I think the truth is they probably have a lot more other stuff they need to kind of get out there first and then work Loki back into the fold. But maybe not. Maybe they're just like, dude, Tom Hiddleston's the way. He's up for it, and we're having a blast. Let's just go. That's also possible as well. Green Bear says, help me out here. Time works differently in the TVA. I'm confused at how it's possible for there to be an alternate version. Take my money. Yes, so I think the obvious answer to this is a separate universe, that each universe would have its own sacred timeline. Possible. And maybe what Kang and all the Council of Kangs were really doing was trying to prevent basically all sorts of variant Kangs branching off of each individual universe. Maybe one per universe is all right, but once you start having all the branch timelines and getting all that crazy stuff, then it just causes it basically just hyper accelerates that multiversal war trajectory. That's I don't know if that makes sense, but it's the idea that there's one sacred timeline tied to each individual universe. base universe, basically like the created universe, not the branch variant universe, but the actual created from a Big Bang universe, which I think is sort of implied. That has to do with the visual storytelling at the beginning of the episode. Like, I think there's something there, and there's precedence for this in the comics, by the way, about the difference between creating universes and then branch timeline universes, right? So maybe that, Green Bear, I don't know. Maybe that helps you out. Maybe that does not. I'm a little confused myself. You know what I mean? But it's all good. Slow-Mo says, what series will we see Iron Lad? It's a good question. I have no idea. At this point, because everything is just so crazy now, and it really depends. Like, Spider-Man, I think, will give us our next sort of hint as to how some of this might work, right? Basically, like, how exactly are these characters popping up, right? And once we know that, I think we could be a little bit more comfortable with, like, okay, this is how I think they would use this character and have him pop up, right? Until we know more, we're just throwing darts. Maybe Iron Lad is a big part of Season 2 of Loki, and maybe that's the whole setup, and rolling out of Season 2 of Loki, we get into the Young Avengers. You know what I mean? We have a Council of Mikes, plus I'm a Kang variant. I don't get paid enough. Well, you got to find the variant version of you that's getting all the mooches, and you got to take them out, Mike. That's what Kang would do. Let's see here. Matthew K says, that's a good question. If you had to choose one, what would you prefer? The return of RDJ Iron Man or Tom Cruise Iron Man? Okay, I would absolutely pick RDJ Iron Man. However, that's only if Downey's really all about it, man. If Downey's really all about it and he wants to come back and something has him charged up as an actor and something has the fan base charged up, then yeah, it's RDJ all day. But if it's not, and we're just bringing him back, just whatever, nah, man, give me Tom Cruise Iron Man. I really do think Tom Cruise Iron Man would be incredible. I do. And Seth says, I'm interested to see if Eternals are aware of the old/new multiverse. And where Loki lands timeline-wise in the post-snap era prior to Doctor Strange 2, Spider-Man 3, and if we get a snap-like moment. Yeah, interesting. A snap-like moment would be something cool, like, okay, so there's also this idea here that I think this is taking us towards Secret Wars, right? Maybe not the multiversal war of Kangs, but something similar and something Secret Wars. When he says it almost destroyed everything, what does that mean? Like, is that because of the Beyonders? Did the multiverse get so crazy out of control that the Beyonders were going to shut everything down? And then this Kang basically was like, no, I can't allow that to happen. So therefore, I'm going to do all this stuff to ensure that time flows naturally and we don't have this crazy thing, because the Beyonders will step in and literally destroy all of us. Is that what's going on? You know what I mean? That would be cool and line up with, setting up Secret Wars on a Battle World type thing. As far as the Eternals go, I mean, we just kind of have to wait and see. They're connected to the Celestials, obviously, and the Deviants, and there's some really interesting stuff apparently happening in that film. And some of the leaks and rumors for that movie do make me think that it could also be tied to the Beyonders and to things of that nature. So we will just have to see, man. But I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm very interested to see if the Eternals know about this as well, because it's... Hey, we're back. We're back to speculation, man. Marvel, it's speculation time again. By the way, I know it's a late, it's an evening stream. We're not used to doing these evening streams. But holy crap, if we don't get the likes up, like, this is, I'm taking my coffee, I'm turning off of this camera, and I'm putting Halo on, and I'm just gonna play Halo for the rest of the night. If we don't get those likes up, come on, smash like. Mobius on a jet ski in Season 2 or a riot. Yeah, that would be sick. That would be sick. Callisto says, I enjoyed your ending explained video, and I agree with your possibility number 2. It makes sense Loki is in a backup sacred timeline. He would be right where he needs to be going forward. Yeah. Yep. I do believe that that is on the table. I can't quite decide either way, but I love that it left it up as an option. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking that video out. It was sick. I had a lot of fun doing that video, and we're gonna do a lot of fun speculation videos moving forward. I want to do a Secret Wars one tomorrow. You know what I mean? I want to get into Secret Wars and just chat it up about Secret Wars. So it's gonna be fun. I love you, Josh, but what's with the begging for likes, homie? So Paul, I'm not begging. I'm literally saying that, like, if we don't get the likes, I will hate you all. I will hold it against you. I will be very angry, bitter, and I'll shut the stream off like the mature human being that I am. In fact, Paul, it might be a permaban for you. No, I can't do it. Too much fun. Too much good stuff happening today. Too much fun stuff. Awesome Kangarang. What did we say? What did we call it earlier? The Wang-a-Kang, Kang-a-Wang, whatever. Yeah, I'm asking for dislikes. Paul. I'm just playing. Just playing, dog. Come on. What do you have to say about Kang losing control of the timeline? How did that happen? That's why I think that it was a backup plan. I think he played them a little at the end there. Unless that really was like a benevolent Kang that just like got really old and bored. But I kind of think that was a bad Kang, and he had a backup plan. And that's why the offer with Miss Minutes makes sense. And then he kind of realizes, like, oh, well, if they're not going to take this, I have up till this moment, I got to play it a certain way. And really, when you look back at those scenes, it really feels like he's playing them, man. You know, talking about how she can't trust. He's like setting them up the whole time. I don't know. What are my thoughts on the new Luke BTS news? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I feel bad for Doctor Strange. He isn't getting paid enough for this shit. I know, right? He has a full docket, bro. He's got a to-do list. You know what I mean? He's got a little bit of a to-do list there, for sure. Finale was crazy. Can't believe we got your wish. Yeah, man, it was super fun. Yes, I did see the Miss Marvel news. That's pretty weird. I don't know what to think of that. I do not know what to think of that. I have to wait to see if that gets corroborated by anybody, because that's weird. If you guys didn't know what that is, it has to do with the origin for Kamala Khan. And it's not Inhumans. Which is so disappointing, because I had heard that we were going to get the Inhuman royal family in that show. Legitimately, one of the only reasons I was pumped about it. Carl says, I want more Sylvie. I think we're going to get more Sylvie, but that's another question mark for season 2 as well. Like, what's her deal? Where's she at? What's going on with Sylvie? Play Halo with me, Joshua. I think we'll be playing Halo Friday night, 7:30. 7:30 we'll be playing a little bit of Halo. Guys, I'm only going to hang out for like 5-10 minutes more. Shorter stream, but just wanted to come on, hang out again. We're definitely doing at least 2 streams a day, Monday through Friday. Videos on the main channel. If you're enjoying this kind of stuff, smash the like button. I do also want to say that this stream, as all of the streams, are brought to you over here by Surfshark VPN. Use code NERD at checkout for 83% off and 3 months free. If you're one of those people that doesn't have a VPN, man, good luck out there. Good luck out there. You're going to need it. And also, of course, the streams are brought to you by the Nerd Venger members. All of these beautiful people that you see with different badges out there. They're the lifeblood of this channel, the other channel. We wouldn't be able to do all the fun stuff that we do without these people. We don't have a Patreon. This is a big way to support us. It gets you 20% off of your merchandise, all the dope emojis, access to behind-the-scenes streams. And I forgot to mention this on like all the other streams, but we give away a $200 GameStop gift card every single month. And if you're a Nerd Venger member, that's how you enter that. You have to link your Discord. It'll know that you're a member. You get access to the giveaway. We've given away like how many things? I think we've given away at this point like $1,000 in GameStop gift cards to people. I'm pretty sure Sheev won like most of them, if I remember correctly. I have to look at the balance sheet. He bought like an infinity pool, a new computer setup, drones that fly him around all the time now. Yeah, so consider joining the Nerd Avengers today. Alex says, how you doing, Josh? Just jumped in here to say Loki was great, but I heard you say that it was better than Mando Season 2. There's no way we got Luke, baby. Yes, but okay, here's the thing, and I'm so glad you popped in. Far be it from me to say to all ye fans out there something that would upset you in a video. You know, I would never want to just do something just to be controversial or rub you the wrong way. I would never do that. But yeah, I decided in the middle of the video, the Loki video, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to say it. Loki, better than Mando Season 2. So far, in my opinion, the best Disney Plus show out there season-wise was Mando Season 2. And then, for me, Loki outdoes it. You know what I mean? I thought long and hard about this. The end episode of Season 2 of Mando, absolutely incredible. And there are other episodes in there that are fantastic. The Boba Fett episode, awesome. However, dude, I'm telling you, make it a poll. All right, we're going to make it a poll. Let's make it a poll. I'm late, forgive me. No, ban forever. Somebody ban him. Okay, here we go. Is Loki better than Mando 2? Boom. Darren says, no, there will be no forgiveness. No, I'm just playing. You're all forgiven. You're all forgiven. Okay, so I just got that poll set in. Let me know what y'all think. And let me kind of explain why. Let me defend myself a little bit here, okay? Mando Season 2 takes Mandalorian in a very interesting new direction. But let's just be real. There's filler episodes. The show itself tonally is very different than the first season. And it's showing its sort of ambitions, but not completely tightly put together. I loved it. As a Star Wars fan, I loved it. Dude, Loki's on another level, son. Like, I'm sorry, it just is. It just is. It's on another level. So much more concise. Has just brilliant character development for a character that you already love and you had no idea you could be still taken through the ringer with emotionally. It's got a love story. A cruel one that betrays him at the end. It's got Owen Wilson doing incredible, awesome things. All the ridiculous time travel, bizarro craziness. And then mother flippin' Kang the Conqueror at the end. Come on, man. Look, Nikki says, you friggin' insane. Wait for the Kang high you're feeling to die down, Josh. I don't ever want it to die down. Relax. Time to rewatch both. You know what? Maybe we should do a rewatch of all of them together. Let's see. I'm unsubbing. Oh no, people are turning on me. John White says, extra pep in my step today, nerd vengeance in these streets. Still basking in my Kang Wang elation. That's what it was, Kang Wang elation. Thank you, man. Please respond to my Discord DM. I will. I'm sorry. I know there's several people that need to hear from me about Discord today. I apologize. It's been a wild day of streaming and video making. But I will get back to you. Tomorrow's going to be a much calmer day for me, so I'll be able to get back to more people tomorrow. But yeah, I have a little extra pep in my step as well. I hear you, Nikki. I hear what you're saying. And yes, I'm riding a Kang high right now. What do you want me to say? I'm riding a Kang high, okay? I feel good. I told you all fucking Kang was coming. Told you. This is you did this. You did this. When I tried to get a little happy about Kang and everybody wanted to freaking shit all over it. That's right. You did this. You know? Now I'm like, do I even like Star Wars anymore? You know what I mean? The more I think about it, I'm like, Baby Yoda? Man, Baby Yoda, is Baby Yoda even cool anymore? You know what I mean? Dude, in my opinion, it's Throg greater than Baby Yoda. Yeah! Let's go! I know, everybody's like freaking out. All right. Everybody, just let me have it. Just let me have it for one day. It's all about that Kang, baby. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got a Kang. We've got a live Kang. A wild Kang appears. You found a Kang. Ooh, it feels good. I like it. I like the feeling. I've got a Peter tingle. And it's all about my Kang Wang elation. Damn, that's fun to say. All right, we're going to call it there, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you come on by at 10, a couple hours from now. I'll probably get an earful from Miss Darren Wood as we chatted up about Loki and other things that are going on in the MCU as well. Much love to all you nerd ventures. Thank you guys so much. Gonna get out of here. As I always say, hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, I was probably feeling myself a little bit there. Went a little too crazy. My bad, guys. Look, I still like Star Wars. You know, even though Loki is better than Empire Strikes Back. Okay. Bye.